Hi everyone, I'm going to do a video as a follow-up to the Project 333 video that I did a couple of days ago, and about the kind of learnings, things I've learned or experience I've had, and my impressions of doing the Project 333. Yeah, so I've written some notes down. I'll just get started. So, as most people who do the Project 333, well, I've not heard anyone not say this. Since I've been dressing with a more restricted wardrobe, I feel better dressed, and I feel better, and I think I look better dressed than I used to, and I think that's because I put more thought into what I have in my wardrobe. So when I was working out my spring wardrobe, I tried on a few things. I was appraising everything, and giving it thought rather than kind of going into a shop and when you have the urge to shop or whatever and seeing something that I kind of liked and buying it and bringing it home and then kind of wearing it because I just bought it and kind of not feeling that great but still wearing it because it's new. This time I was looking at what I had and actually kind of trying it on and really properly appraising it. And so I realized that some of the stuff I had in my wardrobe just did not suit my body shape. So some of the things that I thought were definites for my wardrobe, I ended up selling or I'm going to give to charity or whatever. So that was a real kind of surprise. So yeah, I have a pear-shaped figure. So I was wearing a lot of skinny jeans with a lower rise and a big t-shirt, and I tried it on and I realized that actually having a bigger t-shirt not tucked in, the hem hits at my hips, which is my widest part, and it's just not flattering. So I realized I look a lot better if I just stick to high waist, if I'm wearing pants, to stick to high waist and tucked in, to emphasize my waist or whatever. So that was a surprise. The other thing that's happened is I have been wearing more dresses and skirts, and I think that they suit me better and I feel better. I feel kind of like I've made more of an effort. I feel prettier and more stylish, and yeah, that's been, everyone says that when they do Project 333, but I really have experienced it. And the other thing, I only have one pair of shorts in my wardrobe now. I have 2 or 3 other pairs that I'm going to sell or give to charity or whatever. I just kind of went actually, I don't suit shorts. I don't like wearing them. I've just got a pair of denim cutoffs for when I, really need a pair of shorts. But apart from that, I don't tend to wear them during, I never really choose to wear them over any of the other stuff that I have. I'd much rather wear a dress than a pair of shorts. So yeah, that's been interesting. And also when I was planning my wardrobe, I really thought about the colors that I have in my wardrobe, which I've never really done before. I think, I knew I like navy, or I like what other colors, I like grey, or I had colors that I was obviously drawn to, but I've kind of been more intentional in kind of making sure that the stuff that clothing I have works with my accessories as well. So I used I read a blog post on the blog intomind.com about color scheme. So I think her name's Anushka, and so she sort of has a really kind of detailed step-by-step on how to come up with your colour scheme. And she suggests making a mood board and stuff with pictures that inspire you. But I didn't do that. I just kind of looked at my wardrobe and identified what colours I like and already have, and then she sort of says have your main colours, and then you have neutrals that work with the main colours, and then you have accent colours. So this is my colour palette. So my main colours are navy blue, a lighter blue, and then grey. My neutrals are black, taupe and cream, and then my accent colours are red, pink, maroon and green, and then I have tan down here because that was one thing that I realised is like tan and taupe don't really go together. So I had a pair of tan boots, and then I had this is in my winter wardrobe, tan boots, and then I have a kind of taupey coloured trench coat, and they just didn't kind of work together. So it was kind of interesting to realise that that's why I was struggling sometimes, that they didn't kind of go. And so I still have a pair of, like in my spring wardrobe, I still have a pair of tan trousers, and I have a pair of shoes that are tan and black, like they're kind of a leopard print. But I have tried to get shoes that are more kind of a taupe like colour, like bronzy colours and stuff, because just kind of trying to minimise the tan means that stuff goes better together. And if that makes sense. I also did the colour scheme for my daughter's wardrobe. She's like 2, which was funny. She's like, her main colour is pink and green and blue. So these are all colours that she wears. Like, she's obsessed with pink, which isn't something that I would have expected. Like, I thought that I would have more kind of control over what my daughter would wear, but she really likes pink, and it's all come from her. So yeah, that's one of her main colours. But now I've given up on trying to get her to wear, like, you know, navy and red and stuff. Then it's easier to get her dressed in the morning. Anyway, so another thing I just was thinking, like, I don't have that kind of like guilty feeling when I've gone overboard with shopping anymore, because I'm sort of, you know, if I buy something, it's like for a reason, rather than like, you know, I was just wandering around the shops and I found a cute top kind of thing. Or like, I noticed in the past there would be periods when I'd be like, oh my gosh, I've really like bought too much stuff, and I don't need it, and I feel bad, and I need to not buy anything for a while because I've gotten carried away kind of thing. So I haven't had that kind of guilty feeling. Like, that when I have made purchases, it's been quite considered and, like, you know, feels a spot in my wardrobe or whatever. And I have bought some new pieces for this spring wardrobe, but they are better quality pieces than I probably would have let myself buy before. So that's been kind of nice. And, you know, like, I have a much nicer handbag than I probably would have bought before, because I have sold a whole lot of stuff, you know, like the stuff that I kind of weeded out. So I've been able to buy better stuff with the money that I have raised from selling stuff that I'm not going to wear anymore. And what else? Yes, another one, I'm more organised. I can see everything. Like, I don't kind of, like, my wardrobe used to be crammed. Like, it used to just, you know, like, be like that to get between hangers. And now it's like, you know, I can kind of, if I want to squish everything together, it takes up a third of the wardrobe. Whereas before it used to be like rammed pack, like completely rammed. And I used to just have so like many clothes. Like, I had a wardrobe and then another section in the wardrobe I share with my husband, and then I had in my daughter's room, I had a wardrobe like crammed full, and I had some other storage kind of drawers like full of clothes, and you know, like, I just had so many clothes, like, and I now, like, that wardrobe in my daughter's room is empty. Like, I have got rid of so much stuff. Like, I can't believe how much stuff I used to have, and now, like, everything fits into my wardrobe with heaps of space, and I just never ever thought that I would be able to kind of pare back that much, but like, I have, and it feels really good. Like, you know, and the other thing is that I've noticed is I feel like I have so much now, even though I've got rid of all this stuff. I have this like a sense of abundance that I didn't used to have before, because everything I have, I know that I like, I know I feel good in it, I know that it suits me. So I look at my wardrobe and go like, I've got so much to wear. Like I don't look at my wardrobe anymore and go, what the hell am I going to wear? So yeah, that's been a really nice feeling. And what else? It's easy to get dressed. So in the morning, I very rarely would I have had problems before going like I don't know what to wear day to day, but probably special, like going out special occasion kind of times, then that would probably, sometimes you'd have a day where you like something that you wore 2 weeks ago, just you put it on and it didn't seem right. Like now it's like I have kind of certain outfits that I know I like that I would wear if I was getting a bit more dressed up. So now it's quite easy to kind of like go, well, there's that dress, or that dress. Which one do I want to wear? And I know that I like it. I know I feel good. Like this decision is pretty easy. Whereas before I'd be like, I could wear this or I could wear this, and those shoes don't go with that or whatever. So, yeah, like because I've pared back, it's just kind of easier. Another thing that I've noticed is with shoes and stuff, or with accessories and making things work together, when you have less, you kind of need less as well. You don't have that like, oh, well, you'd buy something new and then you'd have to buy all these other things to go with them. Now it's like, because I've been considered and gone like, if I've bought something new, I've tried it on with heaps of my other clothes to make sure that it works with stuff, rather than, buying a top because you like it and then thinking, well, I don't have any shoes that work with that, so now I have to go and buy shoes, or I can't, that sort of conundrum is like eliminated when you kind of are more considered with what you buy, and what you allow into your wardrobe. Okay, so perfectionism is another one. This doesn't have to be part of your like Project 333 like minimalist wardrobe experience, but like if you are so inclined, paring your wardrobe down can kind of lead to you being like, you can kind of get a bit like, well, if that's the only, if I'm only going to have this much stuff, then I should love everything and it should be perfect kind of. And so you start to think, is that shoe perfect? And so maybe I should, maybe I need to look for an even better shoe kind of thing. If there's something that's like, it's not 100% there kind of thing. I was thinking about this the other day, and then I read a blog post on a website, and it's like Le Onif or something. I'll put the link to the blog post below. But she talks about, she is a kind of into minimalism and stuff like that, and she talked about this exact issue and kind of said that you have to accept, like, you need to ask not is this perfect, but is this adequate? So you don't kind of get carried away thinking that you have to kind of like constantly evaluate things and work out whether or not that it's the best that you can have. It's ask yourself, is it adequate? And then kind of leave. If the answer is yes, then just leave it at that. So I've gotten a bit, better at I've kind of stopped trying to perfect things. I'm just kind of going like, actually everything that I have is like adequate and fine, and like, yeah. Another thing that I have noticed is shopping isn't a fun leisure activity where you're kind of like, ooh, what will I find, and do I like this, and this is fun, and I can buy something and get a little bit of a like hit out of like, a rise out of getting something new or whatever. I had the experience when I was doing my spring wardrobe, like I identified that I wanted to get a navy like summer weight cardigan, and it was like a real drag to try and find one. And I was, I was searching online, and I went to a few shops. Like it didn't take too long to find it, but it was just a real kind of like, when you're searching for one specific thing, it's like can be kind of hard and not fun, which is fine. I'm like happy. Like I'd rather be searching for a specific thing that I know will work in my wardrobe than kind of buying things willy-nilly. But it did feel like a bit of a drag. But it's fine. And also, like, the impulse to shop has kind of diminished for me. Like I have noticed, like, in the past it would be like, if you're feeling down, something crappy happened, and then you kind of try and take your mind off it by going shopping. I haven't been doing that so much now. Sometimes I still browse, but I sort of try and minimize it, and and because I know that I have everything that I need, it's sort of much harder to justify buying anything new, kind of thing. And yes, so what else? So I've got here comfort level. So I have like Project 333, they sort of say the rules, which, I don't think they're not meant to be crazy strict or whatever. It's 33 items including your shoes and your bags or whatever. I haven't included my bags in my capsule wardrobe in a kind of number count. Like I could go through my wardrobe and kind of like count and go, oh, there's 33 things, but I've been a bit more kind of fluid with the number. And I have like 5 handbags, and some people might think that that's like a lot for someone who's trying to have a minimalist wardrobe, but I'm comfortable with the ones that I have. I know that I use them, and I don't mind that I have 5. Like I feel comfortable with that. And same with shoes. Like I could probably, if I was like really intent on kind of having as few items as possible, then I could probably cut back on how many shoes I have. But I feel comfortable with the shoes that I do have, and I get wear out of all of them, and it's about like being comfortable with what you have. So yeah. And another thing, like I have been returning stuff like I never have returned before. Like I have bought a few things when I was going through my kind of like, oh, it needs to be perfect phase. I did buy a few things on Shopbop and then return them. So it's like, I think I've placed 3 orders on Shopbop in the last few months and like returned all of them. And like the Shopbop returns like fee isn't cheap, kind of thing. But I guess I saved the money that, like, maybe in the past I would have kept those things because I didn't want to pay the return fee, but now it's like I don't want to keep things that aren't kind of ticking all the boxes or whatever. So returning, like, that kind of links in with the like shopping's hard work, because it's like you don't like buy something and go, yay, I've got a new thing, and like wear it and yay, and then like a day later or whatever you kind of on to looking for the next thing. It's like you have to be really considered and kind of really evaluate whether or not you're going to wear and whether you need it and all of that stuff. So that means returns. And I'm just thinking if there's anything else. Oh yeah, another thing like I was saying that I kind of only have 1 pair of shorts now. I now have like a new category in my wardrobe, which I sort of didn't kind of make an effort to have before, which is a kind of light coat, or like something to put on for like a spring or autumn weather where it's too cool for just a t-shirt or just a dress. I have invested in having a couple of nicer pieces whereas in the past I just didn't have those pieces. I just kind of had more t-shirts and more jeans and stuff. But I've kind of like added a category and like removed like in the light jackets or whatever, but got rid of shorts. yeah, so I think that's about it. But yeah, I don't want to go back to kind of having lots of clothes anymore. I'm like really happy with what I have, and as I said, like I just feels like I have so much that I can choose from now. Whereas before, sometimes it would just be like, wardrobe full of stuff, but like, what am I going to wear, kind of thing. Yeah, so I hope that you found that interesting, and let me know if you're doing Project 333 or you're thinking about it. I would definitely recommend it. And yeah, okay, bye. So being, everyone says that when they do Project 333, but like I really have experienced it. And the other thing, I only have one pair of shorts in my wardrobe now. I have like 2 or 3 other pairs that I'm going to sell or give to charity or whatever. I just kind of went like, actually, I don't suit shorts. I don't like wearing them. I've just got a pair of denim cutoffs for when I, really need a pair of shorts. But apart from that, like I don't tend to wear them I feel better, and I think I look better dressed than I used to. And I think that's because, I put more thought into what I have in my wardrobe. So when I was working out my spring wardrobe, I tried on a few things. I was appraising everything, like, and giving it thought rather than kind of going into a shop and like when you have the urge to shop or whatever and seeing something that I kind of liked and buying it and bringing it home and then kind of wearing it because I just bought it and kind of not feeling that great but still wearing it because it's new. This time I was like, hi everyone, I'm going to do a video as a follow-up to the Project 333 video that I did a couple of days ago, and about the kind of things I've learned or, experience I've had, and my impressions of doing the Project 333. Yeah, so I've written some notes down. I'll just get started. So as most people who do the Project 333, well, I've not heard anyone not say this, since I've been dressing with a more restricted wardrobe, I feel better dressed. And I like looking at what I had and actually kind of trying it on and really properly appraising it. And so I realized that some of the stuff I had in my wardrobe just did not suit my body shape. So some of the things that I thought were definites for my wardrobe, I ended up selling or I'm going to give to charity or whatever. So that was a real kind of surprise. So yeah, I have like a pear-shaped figure. So I was wearing a lot of skinny jeans with a lower rise and a big t-shirt, and I tried it on and I realized that actually having a bigger t-shirt not tucked in, the hem hits at my hips, which is like my widest part, and it's just not flattering. So I realized I look a lot better if I just stick to high waist, if I'm wearing pants, to stick to high waist and tucked in, to emphasize my waist or whatever. So that was a surprise. The other thing that's happened is I have been wearing more dresses and skirts, and I think that they suit me better and I feel better. I feel kind of like I've made more of an effort. I feel like prettier and more stylish, and yeah, like